What phrase or fad has officially overstayed its welcome? I feel like this entire practice of recording people while they're mad or having a bad day and then uploading it all over social media to humiliate them is pretty horrible. I can understand if someone is threatening you and you need evidence or something, but in general this trend is quite cruel and could destroy someone's life. On Reddit, everything is an example of the Dunning-Kruger effect, the Streisand effect, the Mandela effect. I hear these phrases every 5 minutes on Reddit and I swear people just learn what these phrases mean and then look for ways to use it, even when it doesn't really fit. Not sure if it's a fad, but the amount of subscriptions you have to watch decent TV. Netflix, Amazon, Peacock, HBO Max, Cinemax, Stars, the list continues. Is there a service that will let you know what movie is free on Netflix but not on others, or did I just give away a good idea for another subscription? #MomBoss. You're either a boss and the fact that you're a mom is irrelevant. Like Sheryl Sandberg is a boss and she has kids, but she isn't a #MomBoss. Or you're a cog in someone else's machine with the illusion that you're your own boss. I am all about female empowerment, so let's not put conditions on women's achievements. Either they're a rock star or they aren't, and who cares if they have kids, because women have more value than just being mothers. Generations. Like, deciding this person is a zoomed or a boomer or an XER etc. Honestly, it helps no one, makes no sense outside of the first world, and has just become a reason and method for strife and shifting blame. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and TikTok. Reddit is slowly inching that way, but you can at least control the subs you see to stay away from the outright trash. I'd love for there to be a serious competitor to Reddit one day, though. Something more like its earlier days. People saying "I love that for you" meant as an actual compliment. Maybe it's just me, but I don't see how that's meant to sound genuine. I first heard the phrase when a drag queen was basically saying another queen's outfit was trashy. The "for you" part is so condescending, and now people will say it to me as a response to an achievement or progress I mention. I never say anything back, but I just cannot take it as a sincere compliment, especially when someone just retorts "OMG, love that for you." Glorifying / memeing Stalin / Soviet Russia. He was a bad dude and those were bad times. Only reason we don't see him as a Hitler-level baddie in history books is cause they went bankrupt before they could actually do significant damage. This joke format. Noun, exists, / breathes. Other noun. So you have chosen. Death. I'm about to end this man's whole career. Chuckles, I'm in danger. So anyway I started blasting. And I took that personally. This is all over YouTube. I knew a girl in high school whose mom justified abusing her emotionally, psychologically, and physically because the daughter was a Scorpio. And Scorpios are evil, love conflict, start fights, don't feel love deeply, are smug, are self-important, etc. So her mom had no choice but to verbally degrade her constantly and hit her when she acted up, in order to keep that evil Scorpio in her place. I hate astrology. Talking about adulting as if it's not just daily life. Yeah, Toby, that's great you paid your gas bill, that's not an accomplishment, you're barely functioning. Preteens blasting the Soviet anthem for no reason thinking it's funny and memeing about communism. It's so fucking unfunny and so many of them genuinely believe communism works. Not socialism, full tanky communism. Pog. Monka S. Pepesad and other Twitch emotes said out loud. I ain't reading that, followed by them continuing to argue as you should read their words, but yours are unimportant, especially prevalent on Twitter. Normalize, fetishize, romanticize, the co-opting of other serious terms to condemn random things as evil instead of just saying you don't like the thing and moving on. No one likes the no one meme anymore, everyone does it anyway. It do be like that though. Bio/profiles that list only their Hogwarts house, astrological sign, and Myers-Briggs personality type. Worse, people who talk about themselves in those terms offline. I'm a Hufflepuff, a Leo with a Cancer rising, and an INTJ. How a girl I went on one date with in college answered when I said, "Tell me about yourself." Funko Pops. They're a good investment that will definitely pay off later. No, I haven't heard of Beanie Babies. What are those? Oh, but these are different. You're right, they're substantially uglier. Telling women in fandoms from video games to anime to books to get another personality trait. So when I play games, I'm fine, I'm well-rounded and have other hobbies and it's all good, but when a woman does it, it means she's empty-headed and can't possibly have other hobbies. You need to get another personality trait besides misogyny. Karen. OMG, if I could eliminate one slang from the lexicon it'd be that one. Every single woman complaining about like anything was deemed Karen in the past couple years. Complain about being robbed? Karen. Get mad and into a fight? Karen. Slap a guy for grabbing your ass? Best believe that's Karen talk. Shit is old, my guy. Old and tirade. Kids thinking it is cool to vape or use nicotine in general and in return becoming nicotine addicts at super young ages. I am guilty of this myself. I started using nicotine when I was 13 and in my later teens vaping was the new thing. Luckily for me, I saw that I had a problem and took action. I have been a year and a half nicotine free, but that is because I realized I actually had a problem. My little brother unfortunately followed in my steps and now he is 18 and a half with 3 years of nicotine addiction under his belt. Some of the kids getting hooked don't even understand what they are getting into and how seriously hard it is to quit nicotine. We could make it all just about YouTube, but I find particularly annoying and stupid all those who's listening to this in 2021. Comments under videos. You know who's still listening to this year? Literally everyone who is a fan or has discovered the band or artist. Who the hell decided that music should be listened to only in the year it's released? It's precisely how music works. You like a band or artist, you continue to listen to them. Music has not an expiration date. Same for books and movies. Do you ask who's still reading Dracula in 2021? Who's still watching Star Wars in 2021? No, It's a dumb question, so why the bloody hell do you ask who's listening to an old song in 2021? That's precisely how music works, it doesn't have an expiration date. Fake mental health illnesses. God, that sucks. Sometimes you just know, and if you do, go get diagnosed, but if you haven't, don't act like you have it and have been diagnosed. I'm sure people who do have them don't appreciate it that much. I have a feeling I should speak to someone about my mental health, but I don't claim I have something if I don't know 100%. Don't say you have mental health illnesses if you don't, for the love of God. Referring to something bad as cancer. The disease is horrible, has and will affect a bunch of people, so stop using it for things that aren't too bad at all. Recording people when something terrible happens. Instead of, "I don't know," call 911, like so many people do this. It needs to fucking stop. People are suffering and need help, and you're sitting there like a douchebag with your camera on, trying to get attention. Fuck off or help. This is old now, but I'm so glad that the Rihanna side head shaved thing is over. Or at least for straight women. LOL. Thank God. Oh, and God, I pray that yoga pants never go out of style. Not asking for permission to videotape/photograph you. I hate this because there are a lot of people with cell phones trying to take sneaky photos of you because they want to post it on Instagram/social media to get fake internet points. Could we please treat everyone else on the planet like we are at a convention and ask for permission to take a photo first? Fam. No, your friends are not your family. Go away with that shit. Also, I wanna channel a character on Legally Blonde who says "not related to you." Every time someone says it out loud, I have friends that I consider closer than blood, but I don't call them fam, I treat them like family and ride or die. Anything to do with astrological charts. I get it, it makes sense of the random chaos that is humanity, but you can read any one of these and feel like it applies to you in particular. Because they are designed to be as broad as possible. At least cold reading people is fascinating because the reader can use context clues to guess at your backstory/issues. Oof, the part that bothers me the most is I've had gotten this response from friends to a wide range of things. Sometimes I will get it as a response for complaining about something mundane. That doesn't bother me. Seems like a good response, but then I'll get it for something I want actually input from. Other times in text I'll send something long, and a little serious, and all I'll get is oof. That's it. It feels like a lazy way to respond to conversation. We all have our lazy ways to converse, but that seems like the most apathetic way. I would honestly rather not get a text back than get the text oof. The usage varies so much that it feels more like I could care less than "that's rough," or whatever it's supposed to mean. Those girls, blah blah blah. Boys, blah blah blah. Haha, girls lame memes. I hated them ever since I first saw them. Some of you are going to feel personally attacked, but any slang term or phrase, typically derived from AAVE, that crosses over into mainstream, read, white, spaces, The days of sheltered suburbanites from a New England or Ohio suburb talking like they're from the Bronx for their social kudos points needs to end pronto. Lit fam deadass my guy Loki this slaps. You're like a corduroy-clad white dad at a wedding trying to do the doogie or similar dance. It doesn't flow naturally. It's alien to your vernacular. It's a cringe fest every time. We love XYZ. Usually a cultural statement read with a sarcastic tone. Please just speak for yourself or STFU. When people say what that looks like, i.e., the Oilers and the Jets face off tonight, and here is James to tell us what that series looks like. Stop it. Just stop it. What's that Instagram thing that loops the video forwards and backward like an old holographic baseball card? It's not a video loop. It doesn't restart. It shows the thing forward, then backward on an endless loop. In my wheelhouse. I must have been out the day the global memo went out. I started noticing it last year and now it seems like a daily thing. I went from only hearing it around docs, to its everywhere flushed face. TV, radio, social media, interpersonal communications, it's all over the place. I find it creepy how comfortable middle to upper middle class women have gotten with using the N-word on Instagram and shit. Even more than that, I'm not comfortable with this whole refined but ghetto culture on social media, especially among social media models. I cannot tell you how many times I see girls who look like they grew up beside the country club posting up memes about how she don't tolerate no disrespect because she made a come up on some empire shit, and how nothing worse than Nkska with no goals. Miss me with that bullshit, honey. You aren't black, and didn't grow up in the damn hood, so stop idolizing something you know nothing about. Nice bombing any and every reference to the number 69, even if it's a genuine statistic like a percentage and not a sex joke. I can take it in moderation, and definitely if the original reference is meant to be a joke, but not all the time. Based. There have been many words that have been used outside of its regular definition, and I've lived through a ton of them. Based is hands down the dumbest one yet. Most of the comments here are ragging on kids on TikTok/IG and their slang, but being on Reddit has made me loathe these terms and trends. Dunning-Kruger effect. Strawman. Ad hominem. Day. Quoting The Office. Quoting the prequels. Mary Sue. Karen. Thanking strangers for upvotes/awards. All aboard the downvote train. Hive mind. We get it. You're smart and unique and unlike everyone else. Girls poking their ass out trying to make it look bigger or better. Or the look at my awesome life, or look I'm such a good person photo ops, but still poking their ass out. A. TikTok and anything to do with the growing cancer that it is. B. Teens thinking a caffeine addiction is a good idea. C. There are a few more that when they happen in person make me want to murder the person, but that's frowned upon in most of the world. People on TikTok dancing to songs. I do not understand why these people learn dances and post themselves dancing. It's so cringe. especially seeing the same dance 10,000 times.